Well, we have from December 15th till April 1st where we have to store it. There's no applying to any fields, so that's one restriction.
So my name is Farah Fatimi, and I am an assistant professor of environmental studies here at St. Michael's College. I am involved with the EPSCoR program, which is the experimental program to stimulate competitive research funded by the National Science Foundation. So the focus of the National Science Foundation's projects here in Vermont is phosphorus pollution and climate change. And in Lake Champlain, we have a big problem with high levels of phosphorus that can cause negative environmental impacts. Coupled with climate change, there's some big question marks about how those two environmental issues are going to work together to affect the ecosystems of Vermont, specifically the Lake Champlain watershed. But one of the reasons that phosphorus is such an issue in the Lake Champlain area is that the waterways that drain into Lake Champlain, all of the streams and rivers, many of those are in areas where there are farms and there are fertilizers that are running off into the water. And sometimes there are waste from animal farms. You know, this has been on my radar as being an issue in this area for at least the past decade.
There are some regulations about how close you can spread to waterways. Those are buffer zones, and how much you can apply. If you can apply, if there's a rain event coming. So.
Yeah, you kind of have to watch the weather.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't apply it when they're calling for heavy rains. We've gotten used to it. I mean, we're trying to be proactive.
It does take time out of the day, though, because one of the pits that the overflow for this one is probably 5-6 miles down the road. And so just to haul the manure, one load out and back takes 45 minutes probably.
Yeah.
So it's a full day of hauling manure to make sure the pit doesn't run over.
It's only going to take more time to deal with regulations, and
I think at the same time it provides the opportunity for people to be innovative, you know, and come up with different ideas, like what are we going to do with the liquid manure. A lot of people have digesters, and so I think probably things are be up and coming to help farmers manage it better or easily.
We've started injecting manure. We usually do it in the fall, and it certainly helps prevent runoff because it's injected right into the ground.
As opposed to what they call
broadcasting,
which is shooting it from the top of a tank and landing on the field.
It's incorporated right into the ground. It's pumped right into the ground.
And the idea behind that is that it's to prevent phosphorus, because once phosphorus gets attached to the soil, then it's less likely to run off. So,
I mean, ultimately, we want to get the use out of the manure. We don't want it to run off. We've got a very innovative project headed or being done down at our second farm in St. Albans, and can't really talk about it right now, but it's pretty exciting what they're going to do with